Good morning. Morning. Just a second.
1920 is when everything pretty
Live. Morning. This pre-Christmas morning. I hope everybody is ready for the holidays and super excited to get the presents and everything else. Morning, my dearest sister. Morning. Wow. Why am I not seen completely? Oh, there I am. So today we're going to talk about the art of acceptance, a beautiful subject, beautiful, and I have a presentation on the computer today. Amazing. Before we will talk about the art of acceptance, I want to add a little bit to the presentation I had on Thursday. So on Thursday, I was talking about self-value, and I think self-value is super important. Sometimes I think it's more important than self-love. Now, so I wanted to add something. I got some questions. So in the first question was even not a question, but something like, Anastasia, how can you ask us to put a price on ourselves? This is terrible. Well, it's not actually terrible, and I wanted to go over Joshua Bell experiment. If you know, he's a violinist and he's a conductor, and he's very famous. He's actually the tickets to get into his concert are very expensive. So he is really talented person, and he did this experiment. He went to in New York. He went to the subway, and in the subway he was playing for 45 minutes. So for 45 minutes he was playing on his 3.5 million violin, and he got in tips for 45 minutes $35. Not 35, it's like $32.18, I think, but he got $32 because 20 of those dollars were given to him by somebody who recognized him. So he basically just give him a $20 bill. What I want to say is that the guy is super talented, that he's well known, he's playing this expensive instrument. He knows so much and he's so good, but yet people didn't appreciate him. They didn't appreciate his talent or what he can offer to them. So they passed by. Whoever was in New York knows how it is. There is a lot of this artists that are performing there. So what I want to say is, when you put a price on yourself, you let people know. At this, when people see you in the New York subway, they don't know how much to give money. They really don't. They don't really even know whether you would want to have money. Like, they know that you want to have, but somebody need to guide them. Somebody need to tell them how much you need to give. So why I'm telling you this? It's about putting the price on yourself. Like when I first moved to Miami, I was invited to these events where you come, you do a presentation, and people who attend these events, they don't pay, so they are offered to leave some tips if they're happy with the presentation. And I did it only once, and I couldn't understand why should I do it. Like, it does not make any sense. Yes, maybe it's good um, for people to know about me, to maybe learn about me, fine. But for the most part, people don't really know how much to. And I honestly don't go to these events where I need to give tips, because I never know how much. Is it $20 or $40, or is $60 not enough? I mean, what is it? Like, it's so much easier when you put price on yourself, and when you also go to some events that have already set price. So that's why putting price on yourself is important. It doesn't mean that you are any of the other bad words. It just means that you tell people how much you value yourself, your time, your energy, and they will reciprocate. So they will correspond to basically what you are offering. Now talking about the price. So if you want, you can read about the Joshua Bell experiment. It's actually well known, and I'm sure you heard about it. But it shows really that sometimes it's not about you; it's about the environment or your self value. Now, if he would value himself so low that he's playing only for tips, then that's what he would be getting. If he values himself to be getting millions of dollars, that's what he will be getting. So very often it's not about our talent, it's about our it's about how much we value ourselves for. So read about Joshua Bell experiment. It's interesting. The funny thing is that next day, I think, or the same day, he had a concert in the Carnegie Hall. Or some, I'm not sure honestly. And those tickets, the tickets to go see him there were, I think, almost like $300. So it just the difference, right? And it's the same person, the same talent, the same, even the same instruments, 3.5 million instrument. So it's not really about about anything, but about your own value. Now, so that was about putting price. Another one was about achievements and accomplishments. So when you your self value determines on like it's for you to put the self value on yourself, you need to kind of know your accomplishments. Your remember, self worth is your achievements, right? So I have an MBA, that's my achievement. So my self worth depends on my self value. So I also have licenses for investments. I was a notary public, so I know a lot of things. I worked in finance world for some time. So this is all my self worth. It's not my self value. My self value is what I'm bringing. This was another question, and I promised to kind of put a more light. Self value is what I know I can bring without even all of that. So without my licenses, without my MBA, without my Reiki master um, degree, without graduating from high school with gold medal, without all of this, I know that my self value is still high. And yeah, like so, and this is the difference. So it's what I'm bringing at this in this moment. Like for example, right now to this dialogue, why am what is my self value? My self value is that I know this information, and I have a lot of energy to share with you. So I know that I can harmonize your energy, and I can give you the information that inspire you. So there's my self value. I don't really need to even tell you, oh my god, I did this and this course. No, it doesn't it I need to know it myself. That's basically it. So that's about the self value. All right, and today we're going to talk about the art of acceptance. I think it is super important. It is probably one of the most important topics if you are about your feminine journey. Like if you do want to be feminine, this is something that you really need to get yourself into. So when I started femininity, we used to I had like a whole bunch of lectures on acceptance and trust, and I was working with a mentor on the same because I just couldn't allow myself to trust. It was hard for me. My heart was closed, so it was not an easy time for me. Even still now, I have issues with trust somewhat. So um, so I think that it's important. I'm sure it's important, and you can tell me after. So um, so there is feminine energy and there is masculine energy, right? So masculine energy is fire and air, and feminine energy is water and earth. Now, if let's imagine that there is a dead elephant, what will you do with it? What would any energy do with that elephant? So if you will throw that elephant in the air will toy with it for a little bit and then just leave it alone, right? So the air wouldn't really do anything with that elephant. Now, if it's a fire, so we'll throw the dead elephant in the fire, it will just burn it to the ground, and that's it. There is nothing else with that dead elephant. Now, if you throw that elephant into the water will use that elephant as a feeding for maybe fish or for something else. So it will be useful. If you threw that elephant in the earth, it probably will become fertilizer for the grass for trees. So you see, feminine energy makes even from something that you could think is useless, like a dead animal, and do something that is good and productive for everybody. Now, masculine energy, on the other hand, is not doesn't have that power. So that's why acceptance is super important in feminine energy, especially in feminine women, because whatever you accept, you make it bigger and you make it more. Um, and better for everybody around, not only for yourself but also for anybody who surrounds you or whoever is around you. So like the same uh, in our, if we will talk about people, right? So a man gives a woman a sperm, and the woman gives him back a baby. So combines it somehow, do some for chemistry, and then the baby comes out. So it is important to accept. Now, I know that sometimes it's hard to accept. Like for example, if maybe I manage a forum, if somebody would throw a dead elephant in me, I would be like, why am I not deserving of nothing better? So I wouldn't see nothing good out of it. I would not see the value of that elephant in me, right? But even though I'm very nearsighted, so I only see what is now. Like right now, I don't see a value in that dead elephant. But who knows? Like if I would be more in trust, I would know. Okay, this dead elephant is probably for something good. Um, I'm just talking about the dead elephant, but it could be anything as long as it's organic. So it has to be something organic and natural. So the same with Earth. Now that's why we need to be in trust, that whatever comes, it's coming for the better. It comes for our own benefit, and it will be used appropriately, and it will benefit us somehow. Even if it's in the long run, it still will benefit us. Now, so that's about the importance of trust and the acceptance. So if somebody throws at you, like there was this joke, if life gives you lemons, um, get yourself tequila and salt and just have a party. So the same thing. So basically, if you accept anything that comes to your way, you just accept, and you're like, okay, something good will come out, right? Now, but you truly need to be accepting. So I'm talking about accepting the situation. So as of right now, we're talking about acceptance, and I will talk about the presence in the second half. So we need to accept the situation for situation to change or for it to benefit us, right? So, um, for example, if like I will give you my examples to explain, because I really didn't know how to come out to this. So, for example, I live in Miami, probably most of you too. So you know how it is in Miami to go out to eat. It's it's out of control, and I used to go out all the time. So I would go for breakfast, like it was breakfast, lunch, and then I would go for dinner. So it's you go for breakfast, and it's like $30 breakfast, and then $20 tip, and it's a must be. So it's like $50 for breakfast. The like on average, yeah, it could be less, it could be more, so on average, right? So so I was going with the current fashion, so I was aggravated and upset about it until one time I'm like, I was just so tired, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, let it be what it is. I'm just That's fine. I live in Miami. That means I have the money. I can make more money. It won't break me. $20 more, $20 less, it's okay. So I accepted the situation and I started enjoying it. So I would go out, I would eat, and I just enjoy. I would never think about, oh, I have to pay the tips. These people, they are not even doing nothing, and the tips are included automatically. I mean, this is Miami paying, right? So and I just accepted the situation as it is. So I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. But I was not unhappy about it. I accepted it truly. Like I accepted it, and I knew it was for the better. I believed like this. So if I'm spending more money, then I will be making more money, like that. So I accepted the situation so fully that like in a month or so, my mom came, and my mom, she cooks for me sometimes. Sometimes she doesn't, but for the most part, and I'm enjoying so much the food that she does, because she does it with the ingredients that I know, and they are very clean, and gluten free, and this and this and this. So what I want to say is that when I accepted the situation changed. But I accepted it fully. I was not tolerating the situation. I accepted it, and I was going like with the flow. So now, even when I do go for breakfast, I mean, obviously, I still go out. It's not like I'm a hermit sitting at home, but I do go out, and very often I get something like for free, like coffee free, or this, or this, or this. Like, there's a lot of things because I accepted the situation. If I would be fighting the situation, maybe the breakfast will go to $70. So it is important to accept the situation. Now, I'll bring another example. I had a big love of my life, and he never bought me flowers. Now he knew I loved flowers because I always had flowers in my apartment. And but he just didn't buy me flowers. But the thing is that I never really expected flowers from him. But at one point I started thinking, why not? Now I love the flowers, so I wanted to get the flowers. Now, mind it, I was focused on flowers, not on him bringing me flowers. So what happened? I accepted that that that's fine. I mean, he's not bringing me flowers. The flowers will come some other way. So I got this client when I was working in finances. He had a lot of properties and a lot of stores. It was in New York, and one of the stores close to where I was working had a flower shop. So every time he would come to see me for his business, he would bring me flowers. And then it got even better. So obviously, I wanted to keep flowers at work. I didn't want to drag them home. So it got even better to the point that where I lived, they opened a flower shop. So on a plaza, they opened a flower shop, and to support them, kind of new business. I used to go and buy flowers. I like lilies. So these are what was my flowers of choice. So I would go and I would buy them, and I kind of supported. They appreciated me. So it came to the point that sometimes they would call me and like, "Hey, I have these flowers." Like I guess when the flowers were staying for too long, they were just happy to get rid of them. So like, "Hey, do you want to stop by? Like I have a bouquet for you." So they would give me flowers for free because they appreciated. I was supporting them. So, but you see, I accepted the situation that I'm not getting flowers from the guy. I accepted it was okay for me. The thing is that I could have at one like a few times I would come up in the argument like, "Oh, you never even buy me flowers." But the fact is, I never really liked him for flowers. Like I never expected flowers from him. I liked the man for something else. And when I accepted him for not giving me flowers, he started showing up a little differently. Yeah, he never really bought me flowers. I mean, we were not dating that long, like maybe for a year and a half or so, or 2 years. But he in those 2 years he never bought me flowers, but he did other things. But that's because I accepted and I trusted that it will work out. I knew, and I was not like my opinion of him was not changing just because he's not bringing me flowers. That's what I want to say. That I accepted the situation. I didn't tolerate the situation. I accepted it, and I trusted that it worked out. Like, and he did things for me that were maybe even more precious than a bouquet of flowers. So, like for example, he invited his friends once for we were making the spice with meat, but I don't eat meat, and he knew that. So I was like, I was not even. He invited me also, and I'm like, I was not. I didn't even want to go because I don't eat meat. So what I'm going to do there? Like, just what? So I told him, "Oh, can you please get me carrots?" And I know he's very masculine, so he wouldn't go out of his way to do something for me. He's like, "I will order you something." I'm like, "Okay." So when I came, I was shocked. He actually didn't bought the meat. He bought this kind of cheese, and we were making pies with cheese. The funny thing is when with his friends start laughing at him like, "Oh, um, you know, the woman is has the hold on you." He's like, "Well, some people here don't eat meat," so he made it as a joke, but he did it for me. So can you imagine? He basically um, he he sacrificed, so to say, everybody for to make me special, to make me feel like special. So it is much more important maybe than flowers, because flowers I was getting all the time anyways. But again, this is my way of I accepted the situation. Now if I would be focused that this guy and there was things that I was focused like that he didn't give me money, that he's greedy, and that it was driving me crazy. And I think it was one of the reasons that we split up at the end, because I just couldn't. It was driving me nuts, even though he was not greedy. That's the thing, but it was just like one of my things. It was long before I was feminine and energy reiki. So the thing is that I accepted with the flower part, and I was in trust that it's going to work out. Now, then you will tell me, um, well, also another one. I was yesterday working. on the beach, right? So right now in Miami, the weather is not so good, as you probably know. And it's not it's good, but it's not as good as it could have been. So I just accepted it. So at one point, I was just sitting at home, and I was like, "It's whatever. Like I can't go nowhere. It's raining. It's windy." But and you, I could, yeah, you, I like to walk on the beach, but when the sand is very like when there is a lot of wind and a lot of water, it's not easy to walk on the sand. So I wouldn't go and I wouldn't walk. So yesterday I was like, that's fine, it's whatever. I will just walk slowly and I will walk as much as I can, just for a little bit, just to enjoy, ground myself, enjoy the sand, enjoy the water. And that's exactly what I did. And to my surprise, the sand was really firm. So it was like I was walking like I would walk on the side of the street. It was that easy. So these are my examples. Now, one of you might say, well, there are people that accept the situation, but nothing changes. Like poverty, for example, a very good example. So some people are like, okay, so that's it. I will never be rich, so that's fine. I mean, like, I will live as I live. Now, just because they tolerate the situation doesn't mean that they accept the situation. And I want you to understand that. Also, when you have issues in the relationship, um, like I know I had not a friend, not a colleague, but an acquaintance. She was like a little bit my client. She was like not even my client. She was a relative of a client, so I was helping her a little bit. So anyway, so she was always coming, always complaining about her husband, and she was like telling something like this. Well, this is just my burden to carry it for my whole life. And I was surprised. I'm like, why would you even choose this burden to carry your whole life? I mean, you have a choice. You can, they were not like very wealthy, but they were well off, and I'm sure he wouldn't like her husband wouldn't leave her with nothing. But I think it was her kind of her trauma, her way to like her mind needed some kind of project, some kind of something to complain about. I think if her husband would be really nice, she would lose the interest in him. So sometimes people don't accept the situation and don't trust that it will turn out for the better. They basically just tolerate it quietly. So even if you will stop talking about the problem, it doesn't mean that you accepted it. It just means that you are hating it quietly inside of yourself. So it is very, very, very important to truly accept, truly, like it is what it is, and it's going to be like it's going to be even better. Like yeah, I know it's hard a little bit to. Um, well, I hope can you hear me? The internet is here. Mm, I do hope you all can hear me. Okay, so I'll continue and then we'll see. So the important thing is that okay, perfect. Um, because yeah, so the uh, look, energy for I lost the the thought. Oh, so the important thing is to accept. Now you will say, well, how can I accept poverty? Accept that it will change. Everything changes in life. You see, I'm energy for it comes and goes, water like this. So everything changes in life. Nothing stays stagnant. We can change. The more we'll be focused on poverty, the more it will stay. Now we can focus on something else. Okay, so yes, maybe poverty is not the best thing, but at least you don't have issues to where should I invest money, what should I do with the money. So at least something like that. And this and like this with every single situation, like in a relationship. If your husband makes you unhappy, like he became a husband for a reason. At one point you loved him. At one point there was something that you liked about him. At certain point you stop focusing on what you liked about him and you start focusing on what you don't like, and that's the issue. So you need to go back to what you liked, what you enjoyed about when you started being with that guy. So accept, and so you need to accept completely the situation, be absolutely happy in it, and then trust that will turn out for the best. It always does. Trust me, it always does. And I and i and i um and i tried it so many times myself with different. Yeah, there are some situations that you could not as easily trust and accept. For sure, we all have triggers, but you can start with the smaller situations. The thing is that Feminine energy could not survive on something else. We survive on trust and acceptance. For example, I have a lot of energy of fire men around me. They just love me. I mean, because I am an energy of water, so I'm a little like I make them calm, and they just enjoy being around me. Even though I don't. I could not match them in their fire and in their actions. But they appreciate that I am accepting them for what they are. Energy of fire, they know that they're aggressive, that they're impulsive, that they are too much sometimes. They know that. But that's why they appreciate people who can tolerate them. And they will reward you for that. Like I have this couple of friends, they're energy of fire, both of them, and they're like all over the place. And they don't mind to give me like really good gifts because they appreciate me that much. And all of this, why? Because I'm accepting them, I'm accepting and trusting them. So the same with everything. If a man is like coming home and he's like, and it was a difficult day for him, and he's not maybe very happy, you just need to trust and accept. The thing about this is that a woman is strong inside, a man is strong outside. So she can take all this energy in and convert it into something good, into something better. So she can take the frustration from a man and convert it into pleasure. Actually, if you would at one point study tantra, that's what it says, that through intercourse, through sex, a woman takes this energy from man and converts it into love and pleasure. And basically, that's why a man needs a woman, because otherwise he won't be able to live and survive without somebody constantly recycling his frustrated energy. So it's our destiny, I would say, to accept yeah, and trust that it's for the better. Now, again, you don't accept from every single one and from everybody. You're doing it only for people that are important in your life. Like obviously, you don't sleep with every single guy. You do it with your man, the man that provides for you, that cares for you. Otherwise, otherwise you will be just wasting your energy and your efforts for like in vain. Also, you don't take you don't take anything that is less than your standards. So, for example, if a dead animal is not your standard, you are not taking it. But if you will take it and you will trust it, probably it will turn out for the best. And slowly going towards the gifts. I will tell you one story. Long time ago, when I was not even close to my energy journey or my feminine journey, I had this man. He was energy of fire, and I had a birthday. So I at those moments I couldn't voice a present, or I couldn't even ask nothing for myself. So I kind of I was a little tipsy. We had a beautiful evening. We went out, and I told him, it's my birthday coming up next Saturday, so it would be nice to kind of, So he asked me, "What do you want?" And I told him, "No, whatever you want to give me." Big mistake, but okay. So next time he saw me, he basically gave me this uh, gold plated kind of like decoration. So you don't do nothing with it. You just put it on the shelf and just let it be. Which for me, for my practical stuff, I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, but what I'm going to do with it? So I took it, and I was disappointed, truly disappointed. And like, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, thank you, it's beautiful. So I brought it home. I put it, and I was put it on the nightstand next to my bed, and I was looking at it every single day, and it was just like this anger was growing, growing, growing in me. But I accepted it. I mean, I already accepted it, and I was like, okay, fine. At least I got something from him. Very bad thought process, but still. So next time I saw him, I was like, I didn't know how to approach it, but I wanted to let him know that this doesn't make me happy. This present doesn't make me happy. This is not what I would want. So I told him already when we were going to sleep. I told him something like, you know, that present you gave me doesn't make me happy. It was in the dark. I was so afraid to speak that it was already dark, and we were going to sleep. He was almost asleep, and he's like, I said, but you know what would make me happy? Diamond earrings. And I just blurted it out as I could, as fast as I could, and I, and I pretended that I'm falling asleep. So that was the end of the conversation. Next morning, he woke up and he's like, "I heard something in the morning, at night. Is it true, or was it a dream?" And I'm like, it was true. I was so embarrassed and so ashamed even to admitting that I asked that. Now he gave me diamond earrings, and he gave me expensive diamond earrings. The whole point of this was that um, I accepted, but you see, um, unknowingly, I knew that it would turn out good. If I wouldn't accept that gift, it might not have turned out as good as I thought it would. So sometimes a dead elephant is actually a way to something better. So if I wouldn't accept that present, maybe I wouldn't be able to talk to him because he's Leo. Leos are very prideful, and maybe it wouldn't work out. So I hope it makes sense. I wanted to make this kind of transition. So that's basically it. I got my my earrings, my first diamond earrings. No, it was second actually. I just like that. But what I want to say is trust and acceptance is important. Now let's talk about the gifts. So I hope I encourage all of you to start accepting and trusting. Well, I do want to say something. These days I don't accept anything that's not corresponds with my standards. So, for example, like I think I told in one dialogue, the guy brought me like six small roses, and it was just funny for me. Really, so I told him I'm not going to accept them. I'm not going to take them because it would humiliate me and it would humiliate you as a man. Now, did he get upset? No. It was uneasy for sure. I mean, he felt weird. I felt kind of strange, but he didn't stop talking to me. He actually said that it was good that I said it because he never gave flowers to a woman, so he doesn't even know what kind of flowers. I know it's a lame excuse. He could have bought a huge bouquet instead and have the same excuse. Like, I don't know what kind of flowers you like, but here I bought you. But still, the thing is that I'm strong enough right now to decline the present and ask for what I like. Now, if you're not that strong, then learn how to accept and learn how to voice your wishes a little by little. And talking about the present. So tomorrow is Christmas, New Year is in a week. I want to encourage every one of you to start asking for presents. Why? You will say, well, you like it would sound like beggars. No, we would not. Asking for presents is very important. It's important for our development and for development of the masculine energy around us. Now, when we ask for something, we are vulnerable. It increases our femininity. You see, being prideful is actually not a strength. Being prideful is a way to protect ourselves, to kind of build this wall around ourselves, so not to get rejected. It's dirty masculinity. It's not even clean femininity or any kind of other. It's not even clean masculinity. So um, so when we ask for something, it makes us submissive and vulnerable, just as we're supposed to be. Doesn't mean if we're submissive and vulnerable outside, we're submissive and vulnerable inside. When I ask for present, I'm very strong inside. There's no chance a man can tell no to me because I'm that strong. Now, so asking is important. You see, a man, especially if you have a man that's next to you grows with challenges, grows with you asking for something, demanding, with your wants and wishes. How else is he going to grow if you don't ask nothing, if there is no challenges for him? It is crucial for him to have a woman that asks for something and asks constantly. Now, depending on your man, you can ask slowly, or you can ask, like, for example, if it's a man energy of water, they're a little slow. So you need to kind of slowly increase his energy space. So ask for a pound of apples today, and ask for um, a lingerie from Costabello, from somewhere, right? So it will slow, gradually will grow like this, and then ask for maybe. So you could not ask him for a bag if he never bought nothing for himself, like over $50. You could not. He will just tell you no because he will be scared of a challenge. Energy of water, not like it's hard for them to kind of to splurge like that. They're feminine. So if it's energy of earth, you can ask, but you need to show some kind of benefit. So you don't ask for, oh, can I have 100 roses? And he'll be like, what a waste of money. But if you will ask him for a Birkin, he probably will buy you a Birkin because it's an investment that you can sell, or you as a family can sell after. So he will buy you that. I mean, only if he has the energy capacity to do that. So ask him for maybe something smaller, maybe a Gucci bag for now, if he doesn't have enough for Birkin. But put it in his head so he knows that he has to work for the Birkin at one point. So if it's energy of air, these people are a little idealistic. They have ideas. So you need to sell them the idea. For example, we're going to this event. Wouldn't you want me to be in this amazing chandelier diamond earrings? I would look the best. So you sell him the idea, and he will get you. Especially the energy of air, they can get you if they see the idea, the picture, the painted idea. If it's energy of fire, that's the easiest. These people give gifts like this. They don't really it's not a big deal for them. So with energy of fire, the thing that you can do, you can express a wish softly and allow him to lead, because they're ultimate masculinity and they don't want a woman to take charge, kind of. So just tell him, oh, it would be so nice to have this bag for the new year, and just let him be. He heard, I'm sure they're not stupid. Energy of fire, when they disappoint, they feel very bad. So trust me. So this but so this is a little like kind of little backwards, right? But you need to tell men grow like this. Men grow through challenges and through you helping them, giving them these challenges, like giving them the idea why they should be working, why should they be striving for something better, because you have these wishes. Now obviously if you're their woman and or the woman that they admire, now, so what you should need to do, so we already closed this topic that you need to ask. That's it. You need to ask, and that's just it. You need to voice. Another thing is why you need to ask, because you need to voice your wishes. It is important. If you can't even speak them, then you don't feel that you're deserving them. And if you don't deserve them, then your self value is low. Now we're going back to the dialogue about self value. We're rewatching it, because we deserve enough everything just because we are, and that's it. If you could not believe that you deserve a private plane, okay, then start with something smaller, maybe with a candle from a guy or something. But you need to believe that you deserve it. It's since we're born in a feminine body, we deserve that already. There's just no conversation about it. Now, how are you going to bring yourself to this, with my help or somehow else? That's up to you. But you need to be in that level. Now, so you ask him for sure. You need to ask. Now, you need to be confident about what you want, like 100% confident. You could not be, well, should I ask for this bag or for that bag or this or this? Like, you need to know what you want, or at least have like a list or something. I have a wish list, and I just put everything that I want in there. Now, why do you need to be confident? You need to be confident because when you're confident, the world around you is confident. If I'm confident that I need a new bag, the world around me will help me to get that bag. The masculinity in the air will help me. It might not be the man I'm dating, or the man in my life, or the man in around me, but it could have been maybe a masculine friend that will buy me this bag because she feels like being generous, or it could be a client that will decide to buy me a bag, or maybe I'll make enough money that I will buy it myself, but somehow it will come. So we need to be confident about that. Now, another thing that we need to be confident is that we deserve it, and it doesn't matter how it will come, as it will come somehow. It will come. So it's crucial to know that we deserve, that you deserve, or I deserve what I'm asking for. And it just so, for example, if I want a bag for $5,000, I believe that I 100% deserve it. Will I spend on it now? I probably won't, but I do deserve it, and I can ask for it. I can ask anybody, honestly. Now, so another one is, when you ask something, you need to ask firmly and confidently. So don't beg, don't cry, don't be a victim, don't be aggressive, don't be, you haven't bought me nothing in so long time. Like, it's very cheap. Feminine energy is expensive, luxurious, and luxurious energy doesn't beg. So you basically express a wish and let it out. You express the wish to the in the world, and you kind of hope that it will, not hope, but you know that it will somehow come. You don't know how it will come yet, but you know that it will come. The best way to do that is when you know that you can do it yourself. So every time I know that I'm going to buy myself something, I can ask and I will receive it. I know because I know that if even if I won't receive it, I still will buy it. And that's just that easy. Like I already told you about my tickets to on my vacation. A man purchased them for me, and I was going to buy them myself anyway. So it was not like I just wanted the man to buy them. That's it. But and I appreciate him much more for that. But if he wouldn't, I would buy them myself. And but I don't mind to be vulnerable for his benefit and for my benefit, right? So it is just right. That's how it should be. Feminine energy express the wish, masculine energy grants it, and we just like a little codependent on each other, but in a good way. It's That's how it's supposed to be. So another one is, so no begging. You said once, and that's it. A man that loves you, that wants to impress you, he will do anything to he will catch little, even your little words that you say just to kind of to impress you and to do something for you. If I'm buying everything for myself and I allow him this kind of this chance to impress me, that he will jump on the opportunity. You will see. I mean, I'm telling you, if it's like firmly and confidently and calmly said, it's he will jump on the opportunity. Another point is you need to trust that it's yours, and don't repeat yourself every single day unless it's your foreplay, unless you guys like playing like this, so you can do, but trust that it's yours. Like you will get it through him, through your resources, through somehow else, but you will get it, and you will get that present regardless of whether this guy will give you or whether another one will give. One more thing that I wanted to say: when you trust, you don't put energy burden on anybody. You don't put energy burden on the item that you want or on the experience that you want, and you don't put the burden on the person that you're asking about. So for example, if I'm asking a man, if I'm asking him for something, let's say um, for diamond necklace, right? So I'm telling him, you know what would be nice? A diamond necklace, like a little diamond here, a little diamond here, a little diamond here, would be really beautiful. Maybe graph butterfly necklace would be even nicer. So I told him, but then in my mind, basically, I told it to myself. Remember, outside world is just a phantom; it's just reflection of us. So I told it to myself, and I'm thinking, yeah, it would be nice to have this necklace. So my mind is start working. How is it going to receive? What is the easiest way? The easiest way is probably if I'm with the man and the man is wealthy. Easiest way is through him, because for him it's probably not that much to go and get me the diamond necklace. Now, if I don't have that man, I would probably be like, okay, so I need to make this amount of money to get myself that diamond necklace. But I'm going to get it. I mean, how much? A couple of months? It will take me 2 3 months. But it's possible. So the mind starts working on it. And then when I'm confident that I will get it, I don't put energy pressure on it because I know I'll get it. So it's just a matter of time, a matter of effort and time. Basically, could be a little faster and easier, or it could be a little harder and longer, but I still will get it. This way, I don't put no energy pressure on the diamond necklace, on myself, and on the guys around me or anybody around me, not on the guys. So that's basically it. Now, to sum it up, right? So to be truly feminine, one needs to be in trust and acceptance at all times. This is our virtue. This is our like something really amazing that we can convert anything organic that comes towards us into our aura, into our body, into something great, into something that will benefit others. It's our talent, so to say. This is something that we as women we have capacity to do. So it's amazing, and we should be just grateful for that. Yesterday, I was with a friend of mine, you can say a friend, an admirer, and we were talking, and he's like, I just feel so good around you. I just don't know. I feel amazing about around you. You know, why don't you stay? And I'm like, no, no, I have to go. So, but what I want to say is, I took his troubles. I don't even need to listen to his troubles. He never tell me nothing, but I know his. I mean, I come in and his energy is chaotic. I mean, okay, so I can feel it. Somebody might not, but I can feel it. and within an hour he's like so calm and inspired and peaceful. I mean, look, it's just that's the thing that um, that's that's what happens with us women, right? With feminine energy, and the more you have that feminine energy, the more you can do it with others as well. So it is important to be in trust and acceptance, but trust and acceptance is not tolerance. It's truly acceptance of where you are, accepting it to whatever it is, and just and trusting that it will turn out for the best, and it will. I gave you examples, and it definitely will. So you just need to accept the situation and see and enjoy it and be grateful for that situation. So yes, I live on the and not on the first line, so not right on the ocean, but on the second line. um, am I unhappy about the second line? Yeah, it would be better to live on the first line, obviously. But on the other hand, I mean, I enjoy it. I love where I live. I mean, the beach is right there, so it's not that. So I'm accepted my where I live. I accepted, like I'm absolutely fine with that. And who knows? Maybe not in not so long I will be on the first line. So it is important. The acceptance is important. And about the presence, so you need to ask for presents. A must. It's a must. You need to ask for something. Ask for something. If you don't want to ask for presents, start with something small. For example, a guy is coming to pick you up. Ask him, hey, can you stop by? My milk finished completely. Can you grab me milk? Or hey, can you stop by? I have this blister on my on my foot. Can you stop by and grab me uh, the band-aid? So ask for something. Learn how to ask. This makes you feminine. This makes you a little vulnerable and a little submissive. It makes men more masculine. So allow a man to be masculine. Don't be prideful. Be soft. Allow this to happen. Women that ask, they usually receive. Not usually, always. I mean, depending on how you ask as well. So different energies, you ask differently. Energy of water, you kind of ask slowly. So you increase the level of asks slowly. Energy of fire, you just express a wish, and you can ask for something big. They are generous like that. They are not afraid to get rid of money. Energy of earth, something that would be valuable, and energy of air is something that has a bigger idea, bigger picture. Now, and when you ask, you need to be super confident. Your self value needs to be high, and you know what you want. You need to know what you want, and you need to not to be afraid to express it. You also need to know that you deserve it just because you are, not because you did this and this and this, not because you've been a good girl all year and Santa is going to bring you a present, just because you are, and that's it. That's all. I love my energy of air ladies like that. They're just so queenish. They believe that they deserve everything just because they exist, and I encourage everybody to be like that. Now, ask firmly, confidently. Don't repeat yourself. Don't beg. Don't like be firm and confident. Like something like, I think I need a new bag, and that's it. I think I need a new bag. You're basically talking to yourself. The guy hears it. He jumps on the opportunity to get you that new bag. So trust that it's yours and you will get it this way or the other way or somehow. But the masculinity around you and inside of you will make it happen. Just the mind needs to register it and start working on that. And that's basically it. Okay, that's it. Questions? I do. This is the holiday season. I For those people, for those ladies that it's hard for to ask. I I would ask you to ask when there is an event. Like for example, you have a birthday, so you are entitled. It's your birthday, right? So you're entitled to get presents. So you can say, "Well, this is it's my birthday. I would love to get a present or something like that." Or like right now, it's Christmas, New Year. I mean, there's holidays all months, right? So you can ask something like. Am I getting my Christmas present this year? Or I would love to get a Christmas present this year. Or I think I need a new bag for New Year. Um, can you buy it for me? Like that. But you need to be firm, and it's easy to be firm when you're confident. And right now it's holidays, so you're super confident. And then when if the guy will say, well, what do I get? And you will say, uh, my gratitude, or a huge kiss, something like that. They usually don't mean it, they just ask it. But why do they ask? Because you don't feel very comfortable, you feel vulnerable, you feel like, but at one point you need to start asking. It's a must. What should I ask from the guy that I'm just started talking to, never met in person? Well, look, it's not really how long you've been dating a guy. I think it's easier to ask somebody who you never seen than with whom you lived for 10 years and he never bought you a present. Now, because you're living with him, there is a pattern, right? You live with him, he doesn't buy you presents, you're already disappointed. So it's like you're expecting him not to buy you a present. So even if you approach him with everything I told you and you're like, I need a new bag, and he'll be like, okay, in 10 years, he never bought you nothing, you never asked for nothing. Now he'll be like shocked, like, are you asking me? He wouldn't even maybe mind to buy you, but you don't expect him. So I think with the new person, it's easy to practice. So what you can ask a new person, well, to send you flowers, I mean, to order you flowers, why wouldn't he? Or, I mean, it depends again on your level of confidence in yourself. Like, I have this issue that if I will ask something big from a guy, and it's an issue, obviously it's nothing, it's wrong. Like, if I will ask for something big, I will owe him at least dates. And I don't like, I feel like it's a burden for me. Again, it's not right, and I still have to work. I'm obviously just like you, I'm working on myself. But asking for flowers, I wouldn't owe nothing for flowers. I mean, what is it, $100, $50? It's just it's you can't be seriously. Or ask, like, he's like, hey, how are you this morning? Well, amazing, would be better with the breakfast. Do you want to order me one? Or can you order me one? Or would you like to order me one? Like this, it's just that easy. I mean, and man, they want to do it for you, they really do. You will be surprised, you will start asking, and there will be like more and more and more. And also, you teaching them for the next woman that come in their life to kind of, like me with this guy, right? I told him, never give a woman flowers like this. So right now, when next woman, well, I didn't even ask him for flowers, but if next woman asks him for flowers, he will know, because that I didn't accept those six little roses, right? That he will know that it's either he's buying a huge bouquet or he's not going to embarrass himself again. So you basically you preparing man for maybe other women. And if every one of us will do that, man will become masculine again, strong and masculine, and women become feminine. So, and that's the whole point. So yeah, so but basically you can ask for anything, honestly. I have clients that ask strangers too for huge things, and and they are. I know men that spend so much money on women. I mean, we live in Miami, they spend crazy. Like, sometimes they just go crazy. And you just need to be in the right time, in the right place, and in the right state of mind. You really need to feel it. You need to feel it. Women that feel that she deserves, she always receives, always, from friends, from neighbors, from relatives, from her man, from everybody. And I know women like this, I know them. And you know what? If she's receiving from a man, she's receiving from everybody. But first of all, she's receiving from herself. She knows she deserves it. And that's just it. That's the most important. So yeah, so basically, ask, if you just starting talking to guy, I mean, show him, like start already with that. The thing here, maybe not very organic, but I still will say, um when a man start dating you, right? When start dating me, he shows that he's interested in me. He tells me that he wants me. Am I getting upset? No. Am I going to give him what he wants? Probably not at this moment. But is it flattering? Yeah, it is flattering. It's flattering that he sees me this beautiful, that he wants me already, right? So he doesn't even know me, but he already wants me, and it's very, very flattering. Trust me. Now the same with men. You ask him for something. If will he give you? Probably not. um, so if when a man wants me, right, will I give him? Probably not. But I know that at one point I will give him what he wants, because what's the point of dating? I mean, we obviously in each other's life for a reason, right? So if I like the man now, so the same with me. If I'm asking a guy for something, Will he give me? Maybe or maybe not. But he knows that at one point he will start giving me something because that's my expectation, and that's it. And he's talking to me. That means that he's interested. So the same, like if a man is not afraid to ask for sex, why are you afraid to ask for something else? It's just normal. It's just normal. Man don't like masculine energy doesn't like to be in debt. And if you don't ask for nothing, he feels awkward. He feels like he's not giving you nothing. Like you giving him doing him favors and he's not giving you nothing. It's very heavy on a man, very heavy. Like really, a man needs to know that he's needed and he's valued and he's appreciated and expected to deliver certain things. So ask man, see strengths in them. When you ask a man, you see strengths in him. If you are like, oh yeah, but he doesn't make too much money, so you don't see strengths in him. You don't believe that this man can make a lot of money. He can buy some coins right now and in half a year make a lot of money. So like you never know. You never know. I knew a guy. I mean, shouldn't be said over here, but that he was doing something not very maybe something frowned upon, just to get to where his woman wanted to be, and he got her the most amazing stuff. She didn't even know what he was doing. I knew it because I knew it. So, but he was doing stuff that he could have easily got in trouble with, and all because she believed in him. She knew that he can get it, and he got it for her. She believed and he got it for her. So ask man. Don't think that if a man doesn't make much money, he could not do it. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. You will actually give him if you will ask him for something, and he will be like, "My God, this woman, she asked me for me. I want to be her hero. Let me do something more," and he will work even harder. I'm talking to one guy, and he asked for my address again. I gave it to him 2 days ago. Does it mean he's planning to send me something? Probably. I mean, I give address to everybody who asks. We have security, so I really don't care. I mean, it's not like he's going to show up. But yeah, maybe Christmas is around the corner. Maybe he wants to send you, even if it would be just a basket. You can, though, you can ask something like, why do you need my address? Are you planning to send me a present? Like, so you put it in his mind, because he might send you something that wouldn't use for you. You can say, I can give you some hints. I can give you some pointers what I would like to get for Christmas, like jokingly and flirting, but he'll probably will appreciate if you will do. So yeah, of course. Um, this is one thing. When you get what you truly want, and what you're looking for, it makes you it makes you admire the guy more. Now, if he will send you, let's say, a box of chocolates and you don't even eat chocolates, I mean, you would feel like it was a waste of effort, kind of. So he sent you the chocolates, you don't eat them. He tried to do effort, but you don't really. He didn't hit um, the G spot, right? It was a waste, and um, so yeah, it would be so. Ask for something that I already asked him one day for bone broth when he sent me the link one day, the one he likes, and he sent it to me. There, perfect. You see, this is the proof. Men do like to do. You just need to find what, like, in what energy they are, and what can they do now. So, like for example, if a guy never bought himself nothing more than $200, don't ask him for a $2,000 bag of the like right away. Ask him for something within 200, like new sunglasses or something, that he will be. It's okay for him. He's used to his energy space is okay to spend the $200. Now, if you will ask him, if this is a guy who spends on himself like 40,000 a month, if you will ask him for 4,000 back, for him it's change. It's nothing really. So he will gladly will be like, okay, that's it. And don't ask me how, but I know all this. I know. I have clients. I live in Miami. I know, um, through their kind of practices and their experience. I know that it works. I know, and I've seen it with myself too. I mean, I'm not a gold digger. I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, but I know it works. Men love to provide, and they appreciate women that allows him to provide. truly and honestly. I don't know what else I need to say to you, but they do really. They need to be needed. They need to care for somebody. So it's either he's going to care for you or for somebody else. You choose. So it's better if it would be you. I mean, you know how it is. It's why not to give him if this guy wants to do something, let him be. Let it be let it be his pleasure to provide for you. Okay. Any other questions? But you must ask. When you're asking for presents, you are not doing it for the guy. You're doing it for yourself. If you can voice your desires, that means that you believe that you deserve them. If you could not voice your desire, that means that you don't even deserve it. That means that you don't even believe that you will like you can get it. It's very bad. That means that your self value is so low that you couldn't even dare to dream about something for yourself. It's wrong. It's impossible. Like when I used to play, I'm playing a lot. You all know this. I buy like a couple tickets every week or so. And when I used to be afraid to say, so I couldn't even voice it. I couldn't voice so how I'm going to win anything if I couldn't even voice that I'm playing. Like I was so even embarrassed about this, but it gives me this thrill. I don't know. And when I accepted it, I basically I start winning. This is so funny. Let's hope one day I will tell you how I hit the jackpot. But I mean, I started winning, and because I accepted that I deserve this, and it's normal. The same with presents. When you accept that you deserve it, you start getting it and deserving it. What should we ask from male friends who we already met in person? Presumably, they want to have a relationship with you. Well, they want to have a relationship with you, but they are satisfied with friendship right now. So it's not like if you ask him for something, he wouldn't give it to you. He would. It's a part of friendship. I mean, like again, yesterday, the guy that I was socializing with, right? We're friends. I mean, whether he will buy me something or not, I really don't care. We're still friends. He's, I know he will, and he did. But what I want to say that we're still friends, but whether he buys me or not. So the same with you. If those men they're your friends, you still can ask them for something. Um, they would not be disappointed if you wouldn't feel like you owe them something, and you shouldn't feel like you owe them something. You're a beautiful woman. I know you personally. You're not only beautiful, you're very charming, you're very, very light, very like even inspiring. So men might appreciate you for having just you around, and they don't know how to show their appreciation. Now you tell them, like he will probably write you tomorrow and say, "Hey, Merry Christmas, beautiful girl," and you can write something like, thank you, Merry Christmas to you too. Am I getting a present too? Is Santa going to be nice to me this year? And so he will laugh because it's funny, and then he will ask, well, what do you want? And then you will say, let me send you my wish list. Every woman should have a wish list, and you pick yourself. So in the wish list you should have something from $200 to $20,000. I mean, depending on you again. If $2 for you is a lot, then put something from $20 to $200. Again, depending on your self value. If you believe that you deserve this, then you can put whatever, a private jet if you want to. In my wish list, I have items from $500 to, I think, to like $50,000. And even those that $50,000, I still like. I don't know. I mean, so this just shows that how big my self value is, and that's it. Um, so yeah, so ask. I mean, it doesn't mean that he will. It doesn't mean that he will stop being your friend. It doesn't mean. He might tell you, well, not right now, or not today, or Santa was been broke lately. But he won't stop talking to you. I mean, he likes you. You're his friend already. So ask and don't be afraid. Allow that man a chance. Allow him a hope. It's I played a lot, right? And this hope that I will hit one day big. I mean, it's really really give me this hope. So when you will allow a man a hope, it will be inspiring. So when I have hope, it's inspiring. I do things. The same with man. When you give him a hope, he will start doing things for himself. So you're bettering off his life. Anyways, Okay, so if I'm not asked to go on a date to a restaurant, is it because I'm afraid and don't want to go there myself? How to change that in myself? Um, I can go there myself, but I couldn't imagine to go there with the man. Mm. Well, I have a few questions to you. Why couldn't you imagine yourself to go there with the man? So, do you feel awkward? Would you feel ashamed with that particular man? Would you feel strange if a man pays for you? Like, what is the fears? There must be some kind of fear that you're afraid to overcome. Now, or are you afraid that he wouldn't have enough money, or doesn't he doesn't have enough money, or that he doesn't he wouldn't spend that much money? Like these are the fears with men. I mean, yeah, you should. I'm surprised because I know you you go out all the time. So no, you just need to allow a man to do something for you. It's just, I think that your issue is that you're so afraid of rejection that you prefer not to get to the point where I'm. Uh, I think they wouldn't have enough money. They will, man. They are like this. They're resourceful. Always have cash somehow stacked. And you, well, okay, so if a man has not enough money, he wouldn't go to a restaurant. I mean, just imagine a guy who comes to a restaurant, the worst case scenario, they have credit cards that he put it on credit. So he will come and he wouldn't have enough money, he wouldn't go. A guy will not go. I mean, men, they know what they can afford and what they could not afford. So if a guy asks you to go to a restaurant, trust me, he has enough money. He already checked the menu and the prices and everything, and he knows that he can afford. If you have a particular restaurant in mind and you don't know whether he will be okay or not, then you can send it to him and say, "Oh, this is the restaurant. I wanted to check out this restaurant." So he will look and then he will like, "Okay, maybe one day." So that means that he probably doesn't have enough or he doesn't want to spend that much. No, don't you see? You don't see strengths in men, and the men, they want to prove. They want a woman that sees strengths in them. This is it's wrong. It's wrong. Allow them. Don't go to a super expensive restaurant. Go to a cafe. Have coffee and desserts to start with, or maybe go for lunch. Lunch menu is usually not that expensive, or for breakfast. Breakfast is really not that expensive. So go for like or go to I don't know whether you drink alcohol or not, but go for like drinks or something that doesn't, you wouldn't spend much. This would expand your energy space. You would start feeling being comfortable with men in the restaurant. You will start feeling like you can trust a man, like he will take care of that. But trust me, 100%. If a man asks you to a restaurant, he has the money. He probably has 3 times more than he will spend because he wouldn't want to feel embarrassed. But yeah, work with that fear, and allow a man to lead. Allow. I know why you have these feelings, because you have a lot of fire energy in you, so you have this masculinity in you, so you believe that the masculinity outside of you could not be as strong as yours. This is false. You will see masculine man can be even more stronger than your masculinity and can give you more. Okay, I hope I answered the question. Where should we create a wish list? Should be something like registry or just a bullet point list? Or I will send you. So I have it on Google. It's just like a page, and so anything you like. So you basically copy the link and just paste it in there, and there is like a picture and the price, picture and the price. So there is like a whole bunch of pictures. I will send you mine, and you can make your own, create your own. If anybody else wants, you can ask. I will send you. So yeah, so like that basically. But you can do registry. I mean, the thing is that I don't shop in one place. The registry is usually done in one place. I have tickets to Italy, or I have perfumes and different perfumes. I can't order them, and I have different, like I have tickets to opera in New York, like stuff like that, completely like random. So you can't just have them in one place. So this wish list is a good thing. I learned it from my clients. So also my clients that wish a lot and have self value above above their head. So you want, I will send it to you, and you can start. Also, the good thing is about wish list. It's like a visual board. What is it called? Visual boards, right? So you put, and sometimes I open and I look, and I'm like, okay, and then you start like little by little buying yourself this little, and then the more you buy yourself, the more others want to kind of to buy it for you, and that's an amazing feeling, honestly. So do yourself wish lists, and put in there. Even if you don't buy, you still, it's inspiring to know that you want, and it's a good feeling. And then when you have a conversation with why I start doing this, because this awkwardness. When I ask a man for something, and then he asks, "What do you want?" and I'm like, and also to make it easy on a man, because if I tell him, well, I want this Creed perfume, the guy will be like, what, where do I look for it? But I send it to him, the wish list, and he can click, and there is a link, and you don't need to do it. Just put my address in, put your credit card, and voila. So it's easy. I mean, I make it as easy as possible for everybody. I would prefer if everybody would do as easy for me too, without all this trying around. Well, I don't know. I maybe yes, no, and all this. So this is much easier. I did it for that. And in this way, you're always prepared, you're always ready, and you always have your list open. And now you can just focus on asking. And also, when you have a list, you kind of feel like you're deserving it already, because you already put it. So you already you already wanting it. So yeah. So you basically like it's easy. It's kind of easy to ask for it, because in your mind you already registered that it's yours, that you already put it. That means that you deserve it. So your mind is already prepared to receive. Now you just need to make sure your body is not like all squeezed, but your body is just relaxed and okay. I'm ready to receive. It's coming. If you feel awkward, you look where the awkwardness comes from. Do you feel like you're greedy? Like, why is it somebody supposed to buy me something? Do you feel like you're asking for too much? Do you feel like anything else? Whatever. Work with that feeling though, because that feeling is the one that will be blocking. Um, yeah. So work with the feeling that might be blocking. Find it first, because everybody has different ones. Um, yeah. Could be very different. Could be completely that I wouldn't even think about. It could be like this client of mine says, "Well, when is enough? I mean, am I being greedy? I mean, why would you be greedy? Like you're not living like an oligarch. You're not asking for a boat. What does make you greedy? Like, it doesn't make no sense." So, but again, that's because she grew up like this, and her parents used to say, "Don't be greedy, don't be greedy." So it registered in her head, and that's not right. So basically, don't allow anybody to put you like that. Find what is the or for example, if you never allow yourself because you feel like it's a waste of money, you probably will have it the same. You will be like, how can I ask the guy? He probably will be thinking that it's a waste of money because you have it inside of you. Now, what if not? What if it's just a wrong perception? What if the guy wants to give you presents? What if you want to give yourself presents? You just think that you don't want to. So yeah, so basically like that. I decided that next Sunday we're going to talk about resourceful state. And on Thursday, it's going to be ways to be more feminine and embrace femininity. So this dialogue I already did, but again, I'm going to re-record it. So this is going to be on Thursday, and on Sunday, resourceful state. We're going to make a resourceful state together here. It is very important. Another very important concept of femininity, resourceful state. So I invite you all in. All right. If no more questions, then we'll finish. I hope you will all ask. I hope you will give the man this opportunity to make you happy, to give you to prove that they are worthy of you, to prove that their strengths. Remember, men are super afraid of rejection. They're super afraid of being disappointment to a woman they like. So allow them to be not disappointment, but to be a source of happiness, a source of wow, really, like this, like honestly, like it's just that easy. the guy I was talking to yesterday, I told him he went to this Colombian restaurant without me. Can you imagine? And I told him I never tried Colombian food. You could have invited me. So I guess I just said it. I just blurted it out. I mean, they anyways. It's like all meat, and I don't need it. So but I just said it to keep the conversation. So he writes me today, "Hey, you want to go for breakfast with that Colombian food? You see, the guy wants to make it up for me. I mean, I couldn't because I have a dialogue. So, but I told him, no, it's another time. I'm busy. But what I want to say is that the man will jump on the opportunity. He realized that with this Colombian food he can impress me. So he jumped on the opportunity right away. He didn't even have to think twice. I mean, yeah, of course, I didn't ask him for a car, but I'm sure if I did ask him, and he did give me before, but not a car, but stuff. But what I mean that it's that easy. And if you think that asking for a breakfast or dinner in Colombian restaurant is easier than to ask for a bag, it's just a perception in your head. It's just because you think that the bag is it has more value. In true, you have the most value, and that's it. That's just it. If you will start asking for more, you will start attracting men that can afford that, and man, that's just it. If you want to change the people around you, start doing that. Honestly, like if I will ask any of you right now for $2, wouldn't you give me? You would give me. I mean, that's easy. Anybody would give me. I would give us some for $2. I will give $2. It's not a problem. Now, if you will ask me for 2,000, I will probably think. If you ask me for $20, I would give it 200. I will see who's asking me, and 2,000. I'll probably be like, what? Like, what's the deal with the money? 20,000. I will be really concerned. Like, really, I would need to think. So, and this the same with the presents. You ask for something small, it's easy, but the point is, it's just because 20,000 for me is something big right now. 2,000 is something big for me right now. If I would be making 2 million a month, those 2,000 would probably be like a drop in a lake, and I would be like, okay, if you need that, okay, I will give you. So that's just it. And there's men that are different. I mean, I live in Miami. You live in Miami. You know this. Like, you know that there are men that makes millions in a year. Like they make so much money and they have nowhere to spend. They need a woman to help to spend it, unless he's doing some other another project and he just invests. But at one point he will need to start spending. He needs to write off it somehow. So you will be the one who will be that, that little helper, the little elf that will help him to dispose of his wealth. You just need to understand that it's easy and it's possible. That it's as easy to get a 200,000 car as it's to get a $200 dinner. Like that easy. And it just at this point, if you for you to get a $200,000 car is almost like a dream come true, like something impossible. It's just because your self value is small, and because your self value is small, you're attracting men that that has the same self value. Increase the self value, and you will start attracting men that are on a different kind of scale, and they play in different games. So on a much higher game, much more luxurious kind of game. You will see. I mean, I checked it on myself, honestly. And I was in the same situation when I felt like, well, we're going out with the guy, he's going to spend money. Then I will feel I never felt like he couldn't afford. I will feel like will owe him. And I didn't really want to if I didn't completely like him, until I realized that the man enjoys my company. He is not paying for my dinner, he's paying for his entertainment. I'm just part of his entertainment. And he loves this. Just by me being there, he already enjoys it and loves it. So yeah, and after that, I mean, I never had issues. There was nobody who would say, hey, you owe me something, came here to get food for free. Never. I mean, I think it would be like offensive even if I would mention, hey, do you want to kind of split? So yeah, so it's just different kind of man. And now the man in my life right now are even higher than that. I mean, we're not even talking about a dinner or something. I can easily ask any man in my surrounding for $500 present easily. I mean, easily. Like any friend, admire anybody around me. This is like nothing. And I wouldn't do it just to challenge myself. I would do it because I feel truly confident in them and comfortable in myself, like that. So yeah. Um, yeah. So ask. and it's and you will be given. But ask firmly, and don't beg. Don't lower yourself to this kind of, you never buy me nothing, you never get nothing from me. Don't. You just put the seeds in his head that it's true. No, don't do that. You tell firmly like this. I think I need a new bag. I'm thinking about this one. What do you think? And he's like, yeah, nice bag. Then so you told him, and you know you will get it through this guy or through another guy. Now he needs to worry that is it him who's going to give you the bag or somebody else, and then he needs to worry whether you're going to stay with him or with somebody else, just like that. But don't get disappointed in men, though. Um, don't. It's not never rewarding feeling. So like that. Yeah, and be firm. If when you're firm, trust me, everything just comes. Men come, and they always do, and they're always happy to do for you when you feel confident. Okay. Any other questions? I wish everybody to get a lot of presents this holiday season. I wish you to learn your self value. I wish you also um, to understand that asking in life and allowing the masculinity around you to provide for you is actually amazing feeling, and that's where we're supposed to be. Remember yourself when you were a little kid, a little girl, right? And you had your father, and you would ask your father, "Can I have this?" You go to the store and you ask your father, "Can I have this?" And he will be like, "Of course." Will he ever say no to you? No. I mean, unless you're asking for a whole bunch of chocolates, and then he's like, "Listen." But for the most part, the father will never say no to the girl. And sometimes, I mean, we're obviously not asking the father, but we're asking a man at this point. But it's the same thing. The father probably he felt very accomplished that he can provide to his daughter something like that. Like he truly feels rewarding. He feels so great. Like I was talking to the guy the other day, and for his 9-year-old daughter, he took her to Disneyland in a Ferrari, rented the presidential suite and everything. I'm like, she's 9 years old. Does she even understand that you guys went in a Ferrari? And he's like, yeah, she loves cars. I'm like, are you doing it for yourself or for her? But the thing is that he felt super masculine. He was doing it, and he knew that she's appreciating because she's his daughter. She would appreciate if they would go on a bicycle, honestly. But he just because she appreciates so much, he wanted to give her more and more and more. So if it's hard for you to kind of register how it is to be with the man, remember yourself as a little girl, and maybe you didn't have a father that was giving you something. Maybe you didn't have a father at all, but there was this feeling when you ask for something and you were given. Like, get back to that feeling. Somebody must have give you something. Like there must be something. There must be. So like that. Okay. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I am next Sunday is resourceful state. Come prepared with pen and paper, and and this and on Thursday we're going to do ways to be more feminine and embrace femininity at 7 p.m. So Thursday 7 p.m. Sunday 11 a.m. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Enjoy your holidays, and I will talk to you on Thursday. You have questions, ask them. Bye, YouTube.